Here is something nobody tells you before moving to Chico. Picking the wrong neighborhood isn't just an inconvenience. It can be an expensive mistake that can cost you appreciation, a lifestyle that doesn't fit, and a daily commute through your own city that makes you regret buying completely. That ends today. I'm ranking all the major Chico neighborhoods from the best to the not for everyone list. If you're looking to move to Chico or you're looking to try to figure out which part and which neighborhood you want to buy in Chico, watch the entire video. Hey, welcome back. I'm Alicia Fickert, and together with my husband, we are the Fickert team. We are your local Chico real estate experts. We work with buyers and sellers in Chico, Paradise, Durham, and the surrounding areas. And we are in these neighborhoods every week. And we don't just read about them online. We are walking the streets. We are previewing the properties, talking to our clients. That on-the-ground perspective is exactly what today's video is all about. If you're new here, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and click the little bell. We release new videos every week to help you make the smartest move possible. Let's get into it. Tier S, the golden standard, no debates, no asterisks. The S tier means that there is absolutely no wrong buyer for this neighborhood. The Cal Park medium sales price was $512,000, up 6.1% year over year. And the price per square foot rose as well at 7% in the same period. In a city where the overall market has softened, Cal Park not only held its value, it grew. California Park was designed as a well-planned community, and it shows because there are 2 private lakes that have kayaking, you have fishing, and one of the most unique social backdrops of any neighborhood in Northern California. With 60 acres of connected ponds, you have parks and trails that are woven throughout the neighborhoods. It's an amazing community. The schools here in Sierra View Elementary School and Marsh Junior High has an A- rating. And Pleasant Valley High School is a California Distinguished School. Tier A, the smart money, quality, character, and genuine value. A-tier neighborhoods consistently deliver on quality of life and the price to value. They each have a distinguished lifestyle and a supportive beauty that comes with a specific lifestyle. And that data reflects real, legitimate demand. Canyon Oaks is Chico's premier address, and it earns that designation every time we show it. This is a private gated community built around the Canyon Oaks Country Club. It's a stunning golf course that just borders the Bidwell Park. It goes throughout the neighborhood. The setting here is extraordinary. You've got deer walking across the fairway, foxes on the tree lines, and the view of foothills. If you're ever wanting to walk out and experience nature like a documentary, this is the place for you. The honest trade-off is walkability. Canyon Oaks is a car-dependent design. If you are able to walk to coffee or run some errands on foot, and that's important to you, this neighborhood does not deliver on that. And the price point means that you need to be financially comfortable. Here, stretching to make Canyon Oaks works will create stress rather than satisfaction. But for the buyer who wants privacy, access to one of the most beautiful parks, top schools, and a luxury lifestyle at a fraction of what it costs in the Bay Area or Southern California, Canyon Oaks is hard to disagree with. and it deserves every positive thing people say about it. Amber Grove was primarily built in the late 1990s and the early 2000s, and the builder did something that is incredibly rare in a subdivision. They built it at a human scale. Wide, quiet streets on almost half-acre lots, room to breathe, a neighborhood, a park with a basketball court, and a playground in the center. Amber Grove is close to everything Chico has to offer. The community pride in Amber Grove is visible and real. The neighborhood is featured in the Tour of Lights of Chico every December and is famous for the Halloween decorations, which should tell you something really important about the people that actually live there. These are families who invest in the neighborhood, who know their neighbors and make the neighborhood what it is. That doesn't happen by accident, and it doesn't happen everywhere. The Avenues is one of Chico's oldest and most beloved neighborhoods, and right now it is showing a compelling appreciation data in the city. According to Redfin, in late 2025, Chico Aves hit a median sales price of $410,000, which is remarkably up almost 24%, and the price per square foot is up 11.4% in that same period. Buyers are discovering this neighborhood, and the data is reflecting it. The history here is worth understanding and explains why so many people love the Avenues. The founder, John Bidwell, originally subdivided this area back in 1887, and the heritage shows everywhere you look. You've got the Victorian-era homes, you've got the craftsman bungalows, you've got the mature trees, the citrus trees in the front yard, you've got the porches facing the sidewalks where like neighbors are waving at each other. Chico Avenue runs from Big Chico Creek to Lindo Channel, to expanding to East Avenue to 12th Avenue. And it's centered by the famous tree lines on Esplanade. The lifestyle here is walkable, which is increasingly rare and valuable. You are close to Chico State, downtown, you're close to Inlow Hospital, and plugging into the dining and the cultural scene, which you have like Bidwell Perk, Italian Cottage, and an easy stroll to Schubert's Ice Cream, which is one of the most nationally recognized candy and ice cream shops here in the state. Grocery stores are also a short trip to Safeway on Esplanade or Walgreens. This is the neighborhood for people who want to actually live in the city and not just sleep in it. Big Chico Creek neighborhood, one of the areas that often gets overlooked but needs our attention because this neighborhood sits right by Big Chico Creek and Bidwell Park. Homes here sit close to one of the most unique lifestyle features in Chico. You're directly across from miles of trails, open space, and the kind of outdoor environment that people move here for. Buyers who value walking, biking, or being near nature tend to gravitate towards this neighborhood. The homes here are a mix. They have established homes, custom properties, and some streets that feel so tucked away from the rest of the city. It's not always the newest home stock, but the location carries the long-term appeal because land is close to the park and the creek, which is limited. For buyers that are relocating to Chico, this neighborhood becomes a real contender after seeing it in person. It has a quieter feel than some of the other neighborhoods, while still being relatively close to downtown and the university, which is a combination that a lot of people feel like they want or they end up wanting. Merriam Park is one of the most intentionally designed neighborhoods in all of Northern California. And we want people to understand how unusual that actually is. Most neighborhoods happen organically over decades. Merriam Park was conceived and built from the ground up, and it is walkable, has mixed use, master plan community, and the results is a neighborhood that feels immediately livable in a way that takes other neighborhoods generations to develop. You've got coffee shops, you've got restaurants, local businesses, park, healthcare. It's all woven throughout the neighborhood and within walking distance of the homes. The barn at Merriam Park, Day Camp Coffee, and Rayleigh's grocery store is right there, and the daily infrastructure is built in. Also, the new Butte County Courthouse is located in Merriam Park. The developer's next project is the Barber Yard development and is already generating community discussions, and both projects reflect visions of Chico's growth for walkability and mixed use and a community oriented at the core. Before we go into our last tier, I want to stop here for just a second because I have something that is going to make your relocation process a whole lot easier. If you are doing research right now to figure out which Chico neighborhood is actually the right fit for you, before you make the biggest financial decision of your life, we built a free Chico relocation guide, and it is linked right below in this email. The guide covers the best neighborhoods, the lifestyle, the school breakdowns, and different parts of the day-to-day living. Things to know before you move here, and most people don't know about until they've already signed the paperwork. Go grab the link below. It will take you 30 seconds and it will take away all the second guessing. Tier B, this doesn't mean it's a lesser quality. It means that the neighborhoods are excellent for that certain type of buyer and the potentially frustrating, for someone outside of that profile. Going in with clear eyes is everything here. Kiefer, Northern Chico. We have a special place in our hearts for North Chico. And if you've ever driven along Kiefer Road or the Gardner Lane, you probably understand why. This is where Chico starts to give way to something that feels more like a private estate than a neighborhood. And for the right buyer, that is not a description. It is a dream. The Gardner Lane and the Kiefer Road area sits on North Chico, and the homes here are unlike anything else in the city. We are talking about custom-built homes on parcels that are at least a half an acre to closer to an acre. Homes here have horse property, pools, mature wide streets, ranchette properties adjacent to undeveloped orchard land. The average sales price of a newly constructed home in the Kiefer area is $1,078,000. And that tells you something. Those aren't just tract homes. These are custom-built homes with a lifestyle that is, with property around it, and that lifestyle that is genuinely rare to find. The setting is stunning. You're surrounded by the views of the wetlands. You're adjacent to the orchard properties, and it's just such a beautiful, peaceful area. Shasta Elementary School serves that area. Highway 99 is not far, which means you have a quick drive back into town whenever you need it. And for buyers who are still planning their dream home, there are still available lots that you can find, which is increasingly uncommon in Chico's built-out neighborhoods. The Barber Neighborhood is one of Chico's most historically significant areas and also one of the most important long-term real estate standpoint. Originally developed in the early 1900s to house workers and executives of Diamond Match Factory. Today, the Barber Neighborhood is in the early stages of what we would call a meaningful transformation. According to North State Public Radio's coverage in 2025, the developer envisions a project that is walkable, accessible, diverse to housing types with an aim to address Chico's significant missing middle housing shortage. The developer has proposed to produce units around 300,000, which would be a great meaningful addition for affordability inventory that is scarce in the citywide. Here's the honest picture. Barber Yard project is still in environmental review as of 2026, and nothing is guaranteed on a timeline. We will never encourage a buyer to purchase something based entirely on what might happen next. What you can count on right now is neighborhood's existing strengths, general proximity to downtown, historical characters of the home, walkable, accessible to the lower Bidwell Park, Rotary Park right there, and the vintage home stock that draws both first-time home buyers and investors who know how to look past the cosmetic needs and see the real bones. According to Homes.com, the Barber Neighborhood is still showing as one of the most popular neighborhoods that buyers are drawn to. Little Chico Creek Estates is a well-maintained 1990s suburb neighborhood that does exactly what it promises. It has Barone Park. It has easy access to shopping on 20th Street and Merriam Park. And it has solid school assignments, ranch-style homes, and dependable construction. For the buyer who wants a clean, quiet suburb that's predictable, this neighborhood delivers without the drama. Where Little Chico Creek Estates falls short for some buyers is in the same predictability. The streetscape is a suburb and a car dependent for most daily needs. And buyers coming from more urban California environments sometimes find that the lifestyle adjustment is more significant than they expect when they are trading for the energy of the city for a more quiet street. That said, the price to quality ratio here is solid. You are getting updated 1990s homes and in good school districts. You are close to Merriam Park and Cal Park, and yet you're not paying for the neighborhood's premium price there in a peaceful daily environment. So here is where everything lands. In Chico, neighborhoods are ranked by demand, appreciation, and lifestyle. You've got the top tier with Cal Park, you've got Amber Groves, Canyon Oaks, the Avs, you've got Big Chico Creek, Little Chico Creek, the Barber Neighborhood, Merriam Park, so many different neighborhoods to look through and to figure out which one is the best fit for you. Chico still offers a great quality of life and value compared to many California markets, making the key decision which neighborhood best fits the buyer. If you're thinking about moving to Chico, or even just trying to understand the Chico market better, before you make any moves, we would love to be your expert. As a husband and wife team, the Fickert team serves Chico, Paradise, Durham, Magalia, and Oroville. Use the link below to reach out and schedule a call. No pressure, no sales pitch, just real conversations about what matters for you. And before anything else, go grab that free Chico relocation guide, which is linked below in this video. And if you want to learn about what's actually happening in Chico real estate right now, watch our next video. We break down in 2026 Chico market, what the data is showing, and what it means whether you're buying or selling or just watching from the sideline. Thanks so much for being here, and we'll see you on the next one.